outsider. We're friends.
Aww.
Stop shouting nonsense. Just hand that over!
No, I won't give it to you. I need to protect this controller. I need to for Komaru's sake.
What are you talking about? She was going to destroy it!
That's not how she really feels. I'm sure she's actually thinking that she does want to do it.
How the hell could you possibly know that?
I don't know how, I just know.
Huh?
I'd been told you weren't the type to interfere. That's why I chose you to take on the role of escort. But it appears that the information Mr. Servant provided was false. So, how about this? That's right! It's the key to the room where Mr. Byakuya Togami is locked inside. Say, you want to trade this key for that controller? If you do, you can go home with Mr. Byakuya Togami.
You're telling me to choose between Komaru and Master?
Now it's your turn to make a choice.
Fine then. Hand over Master's key.
I knew you'd do it. Now, why don't you just hand me that controller?
No, not gonna happen.
Huh?
Because I'm taking Komaru home with me as well.
What are you saying? You gotta make a choice, that's the rules.
Who cares about your damn rules? You want me to make a choice? There's no way I could ever make that choice. I wouldn't choose one and leave the other behind. Both are important to me. So I'll definitely protect both.
What the heck? That's just unreasonable.
Enough already. Just hand over that controller! I'll crush it!
I'll never hand it over.
Do you want me to hurt you even more?
Hurt? That means nothing to me. I'm sure you don't understand since you have plenty of disposable friends, but I finally made a friend in Komaru and I'm not going to hurt my friend, so I'll never hand it over.
Shut up! In order to keep the kids under control and end this nightmare, this is the only way!
No! You're the ones who are out of control! Ow!
Let go!
I won't let go! Hey, what are you guys doing? What? Huh?
Why is it moving?
Monica has no idea. The only ones who can control Big Bang Monokuma are you and Papa. You are the ones who programmed it that way.
How?
This feeling, it's so familiar. Could it be?
That hurts. What? You hit me! My hand hurts. But that's not the only thing that hurts. This is the first time I've ever slapped someone in the face. See what you've made me do? Now come on, hit me back. Why? Isn't it obvious? It makes us even. I've never had a friend, so I don't know what to do in situations like this. So just, for now, if you hit me, we're square, right? So, hit me. Fine. That was pretty strong. Jeez. You're right. You're right. My hand hurts. That's not the only thing that hurts. Yeah. We're the same. If you can't do something on your own, all I have to do is help you. If I can't do something on my own, all you have to do is help me. Helping each other. That's the advantage of working together, right? Yeah. And just so you know, I won't comfort you or pity you. I'm not good at that stuff. And we still don't know if those were really your parents. We can't be distracted by the stuff that doesn't make sense. Focus on what's happening now. What do you want to do right now? Have you decided?
Yeah, I have. I want to protect both. I'm not gonna play her sick little game. I'm going to save the adults and the children.
Greedy girl. Can't say I don't approve. Thing. Looks like it's targeting us. Or maybe it's aiming for the controller. What should we do?
Fight. I'll fight. I've decided. I'll fight to protect everyone. Toko, will you help me?
Isn't it obvious? It's normal for friends to help each other. Let's show them. You and I, the power of the ultra dangerous sisters. Huh? What's that? Well, you told me to think about it, so I did. What, not satisfied? Not good enough for you? How about we try to top that? You're right. Is this old lady just out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong. They're tracking you. No use running. You have to repel them. Kamaru, leave it to me.
This is the final fight. Big Bang Monokuma. And as you can see so far, we have done a lot of different things. This boss is going to make us use pretty much all of our abilities, all of our truth bullets, and everything that we can do in order to beat it. So far, we've used Break, we've used Paralyze, and we're going to have to use Jack again here. We've also used Knockback. That is an unavoidable attack. You have to change to Jack in order to block it. Looks like we're back to Paralyze again. This mechanic has safe spots that appear at random somewhere in the arena, and you've got to run to them or you'll be paralyzed. It's a little annoying, because if you're not near the safe spot, the chances of getting to it are pretty slim. It's often best just to take the hit and try and get your shots in. You can tell what the mechanic is going to be and which truth bullet you'll need to use by the color of the boss's eye. In this case, it's blue, which means break. And the break mechanic is telegraphed by these red warning lines. I like to avoid the first one, then move to where it was, because it won't hit in the same place twice. That gives you a safe spot to start attacking from. Got another little Jack section in there, and looks like we're back to Knockback.
I won't lose. I won't give up anymore. I won't abandon anyone. I won't give in. I won't fall into despair. This town is doomed. I'll fall into despair. No, that's wrong.
Damn, Kamaru. You go, girl.
Red eye means burn. But we've also got some knockback to do here. If we leave it for as late as we can save ourselves some ammunition there. The eagle-eyed of you will notice that I'm actually playing this fight on a controller. Whereas for the whole of the series before now, I've been using mouse and keyboard, which I believe to be the superior control scheme. I actually had to learn how to play this game on controller for this fight because the controls and the camera in particular on mouse and keyboard for this fight is horrendous and pretty much unplayable. So if you have a controller and you've been playing on mouse and keyboard, I recommend you do the same because it's just not worth the struggle, really.
You called for me, and so I appear.
Right, what's next? Knockback. This fight unfortunately drags on a little bit, similarly to the Monica and Kurokuma fights. It just goes on a little bit longer than it needs to. It has too many repeated cycles. You can see that even though I've pretty much done this fight perfectly, it still drags on for a long time, and for a new player or someone who doesn't know the mechanics to this fight, it can go on for ages. I don't mind the fight conceptually, I actually think it's really cool. But it just goes on for a little bit too long, and the mouse and keyboard controls, and just the controls in general, kind of let this fight down. Whoa! Gonna miss a little bit of damage here, I think, yeah. You can usually get 5 or 6 shots on that particular mechanic. We've been really lucky with Paralyze, and in general, I've noticed on the Paralyze section, if you stay relatively still, the safe spot will spawn quite near you. But his eye's gone all black, and that means it's time for his final attack.
Kamaru! Toko! Kamaru and I are not alone. As long as there are friends who help each other, there's no need to despair at all. I found it. I finally found hope. A hope to call my own. Right, Kamaru?
Yeah, me too!
Hope lives on!
You gotta be kidding! What the hell did you do? You're kidding me. No. Big Bang Monokuma is our hope. That's...
And now it's over.
It's not over yet. Nothing's finished yet. It's just delaying the inevitable. The children are still brainwashed. The adults still want revenge. In fact, they're even more angry now, having their hope killed like that. So nothing's changed. This isn't a happy ending or a sad one. This isn't hope or despair. Nothing has changed. So are you gonna kill Monica? Take a little revenge for yourself? It's just fine. If Monica is killed by Makoto Naegi's sister, that should be enough to spare.
Give me the key to Byakuya's room.
Huh?
Hand it over.
At this point, I suppose I have to compromise. With no more hostage, future Foundation will come, and the remnants of despair will follow. Maybe it's not going exactly to plan. But maybe a small-scale war will start. I'll compromise. Monica has to be an adult sometimes, after all. But this really has nothing to do with you two, does it? This town, this planet, they don't matter to you two. You just want your happy ending. You're not even letting me have a small taste of despair.
Yak all you want. Let's go, Kamaru.
Monica miscalculated. I overestimated you. Though I guess Monica was not the only one. You thought too highly of yourself as well. Monica tried to imitate Big Sis Junko. You tried to imitate your brother. But in the end, we both failed. Neither of us could live up to expectations.
There's no way I could imitate him. And no way I'd want to. I am not my brother. Makoto is Makoto. And I am me.
Don't mess with me. An ending without hope or despair, Monica will definitely... Huh? Yeah! It's gonna fall! We're gonna fall! I gotta get out of here! Hey, Kotoko?
I better not hear you beg for your life just because your plan didn't work.
Huh?
You must have noticed by now, I was acting this whole time. But even now, I love you lots. Even though you betrayed me, my feelings haven't changed. So, it'd be great if you could die in a totally adorbs death. Bye-bye forever.
Big brother! Don't you want to take your revenge on Monica? Don't you want to kill Monica? You weren't satisfied with this, right? You weren't just gonna walk away. I don't want it to end like this either. Big Sis Junko would hate me if I let it end like this.
Hope, despair, I don't care anymore.
So this is what despair feels like. Wasn't that...
Whatever it is, there's really no point worrying about it now. More importantly, we need to save Master and get out of here right away. Hmm? What happened? I know I can save both the adults and the children. Well, we can chat about it after we get out of this damn town, once and for all. Toko, I'm staying in this town. Huh?
And so ends Chapter 5. Of all of the amazing pieces of narrative in this game, the ending stands out to me as the best. The fact that there is no decisive ending, that there's no winner to the battle, that the ending isn't hope and it isn't despair, is what this game is all about. In a series like Danganronpa, which is full of very extreme ideals, hope and despair, ultimate and normal, this game creates the grey area in between. That's why they picked Toko and Kamaru to go on this journey, and this is why it ends as it does. And that ending means different things to all of the characters as well. For Kamaru and Toko, this whole game has been about reasons to move forward. For Kamaru, it was her family, for Toko, it was Byakuya, but the whole game up until now, and this ending, prove that they only needed each other. And for Haiji and Monika, this grey ending is the worst possible thing. If you can say that Haiji represents hope, as twisted and malformed as it is in this game, and Monika represents despair, neither of them get the ending that they want. Haiji is left completely lost and despondent, and for Monika, her grand plan fails. Her ending is not hope, it's not despair, and in that she finds the greatest despair. It's very oxymoronic, but it's very Junko. And something that really stands out and really sticks with me is that final scene when everybody walks away from her. The game shows her legs buried under the rubble, after revealing that she had deceived everybody into believing that she needed to use a wheelchair. For the game to then show that at the very end, it's a little unsettling, but it's something that really sticks with me whenever I think of this game. And then there's Kotoko. Of all of the Warriors of Hope to play a role in this ending, I don't think many people would have expected it to be Kotoko. I think Nagisa would have been the more obvious choice, but I am so glad they chose Kotoko, and they did such a great job of bringing her character forward and developing it further in her final interaction with Monika there. I'd like to think she starts to come to terms a little bit with what has happened to her, how she's been used and manipulated by Monika, and how she can move forward. She even comes to terms a little bit with her own coping mechanisms there. I've said before, and I still maintain, that there are a lot of flaws in how Kotoko was written as a character, but her role in the ending of this game was really good for her growth as a character, and it didn't infringe too much on the focus of the ending being about Komaru and Toko primarily. There is one more thing that I would like to show before we move forward with our general end of chapter stuff. What if Monika was bluffing, though? What if everything she said was a lie? What if we chose to break the controller? What would happen?
What I saw after that was fireworks. Fireworks heralding me as a savior. Yeah. A savior. The savior of Toa City. It's all thanks to me. I became hope. The hope of the adults who were treated so cruelly. Fireworks. Blessing me. It's all thanks to me. Everything is all my fault.
As Monika said, if we make the wrong decision, we'll end up repeating this moment over and over again. That's a pretty cool, unique, game clear screen that you get for that. And I also really like how it remains a little bit ambiguous, so that if you haven't progressed past a certain point in the sequence of events, you won't understand what those explosions are, but if you have proceeded far enough, you'll understand exactly what just happened. It's really cool.
I finally realize. You actually make me angry and happy each time. You have more influence over me than anyone. Let's be together for the rest of our lives. Grow old together, die together. For now, we depart. Take off towards our future.
And our reward for getting an A rank on Chapter 5 is the final skill and the final collectible in the game, in a power generator, which increases the size of the blue circle in despair time. And that's the end of Chapter 5. But the story isn't over quite yet. In the next part, the epilogue. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.